or just.
You'll probably go through Pennsylvania too, which is.
I've driven through Pennsylvania. Pennsylvania is beautiful.
It is, yeah.
Like the highways are carved in like the mountains,
Yes.
right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it's
when you get up
freaking
there
gorgeous.
at like
Yeah.
Altoona.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, we actually took a trip from California to New York driving. My brother-in-law is originally from New York. We were in California. He's like, let's visit Chicago first, then New York. We went to, like Vegas, and then like, I think that was pretty much. I think we went through Colorado. I'm not exactly sure.
Yeah. Oh.
But man, beautiful, beautiful trip.
Yeah.
And then New York. I wasn't the biggest fan, but still.
You got Chicago, so.
Yeah, I love Chicago.
That's like a little New York.
How long ago did you make the move out here?
It's been like over 10 years now.
Oh,
10
wow.
years. Yeah. Yeah. This is just like a better kind of economy, jobs and stuff.
Yeah.
Detroit's pretty limited as far as the recession hit them hard.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, it's once we get out of that intersection, you know, it's like, whoosh.
Be nice when this is all that's done.
I know. That's what I like about. I always tell people about Chicago. I was like, it's really nice because traffic is very manageable. You know,
It is, yeah.
As long as they're not like interrupting everything like they are right now. But
when they first picked this back up, I was coming from like Hyde Park, like Browns.
Oh goodness.
Town, and I didn't listen to Waze, and I should have.
It was telling you to take the street or something.
Well, it was telling me to take 290.
Ah, yeah.
Which I do sometimes.
Yeah.
But then I could like I was right there at the what are they, the Jane.
Yeah, the Jane Byrne and stuff.
Yeah, right there. And there was literally no cars. And I'm like, well, okay.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'll try it. It came to a dead stop.
Oh.
And then, like, I couldn't even get out of the lane.
Yeah.
Because it wasn't moving, and I was, like, surrounded by semis.
Yeah.
And I'm like, it took me an hour and a half on, like, a Friday at, like, 3 p.m.
I learned the same way. I had a ride, and like, the Apple Maps was telling me, it was like, you know, take something else, like, get out on the street, like, get out on Halsted or something.
Yeah.
And I was like, out on Halsted? What is it talking about? Like,
yeah.
And then Uber was like, oh, you know, take whatever, and you're gonna be okay. And man, I was like, I ended up getting out like on one of those really like streets that comes down like on the underpass and stuff like that, and just ended up taking Halsted, finding my way to like Halsted. And I was like, man, I was like, never again.
I know. Sometimes I'm like, you just gotta like trust it.
Yeah.
It's like blind trust sometimes, especially if you don't know where you're going. And...
Yes. I remember one day. See, and it's like, and it goes good ways and it goes bad ways, because some time ago too, I got reported, but so yeah, so like I had a ride in the morning, and it was like a higher dollar amount than usually is, you know, and it was like from like downtown to like Northbrook.
Oh.
So then I was just like, I wonder why, you know, but I took it, and I ended up taking like the fast lane because it's actually open.
Yeah, yeah.
And I don't think Uber knew, like, it's a straight shot, like no traffic, straight shot to like the suburbs. Like,
yeah,
not even,
you can go out to the Edens.
Not even like the traffic from O'Hare was in there, you know?
Yeah, because that's like your only exit.
Yeah, and it was like and I was like going like 60, and you know, I mean, you took a look on your right side, and it's all dead stop, you know? And the rider actually reported me for like going too fast.
What?
He was like, he was like, you know, he got rated me 1 star and was like driving too fast. And I was like,
like North Sider.
Yeah, and then I was like, the only thing that I could have thought of was like maybe he thought I was going like too fast, but it was like literally like I was kind of shocked, you know. So I was like, dude, the ride was gonna be like 50 something minutes. It was like 27, you know. So I was like, well, anyways, I got paid, so whatever.
All right, well, you're getting 5 stars from me.
No, I'll take it. No, we couldn't even be driving too fast because we were stuck in traffic.
Yeah, like that. An idiot.
Yeah, and that's the only thing. I was like, oh man, I was like, poor gentleman. He was like probably and he was like this small like Asian businessman, you know. So I was like, maybe he's like a little more. That's why I was like, it's okay, no worries.
Yeah, it's.
I wish he could have told me like, hey, King, you know, can you slow down or something, you know? Then I would have been like,
you could be like,
yeah,
you can communicate.
Yeah, you know, it's the only thing I ask.
Yeah.
Let me know before you get off. But it can be intimidating sometimes. I can.
So my mom came in town. Listen to this.
Oh.
Long story, but basically she came in for my sister's birthday, and we did like a massage at like the Palmer House or whatever, and she was running late because her flight was delayed, and she took a cab. I can't even believe she paid this, but she took a cab from O'Hare.
Yes.
They dropped her off, and she was in a hurry, and she's like 73, you know, she's older.
Yeah.
Like, not the most mobile anymore.
Sure.
And the guy charged her $260 to downtown from the airport. And I was like, what?
That is like not the first time I've heard of that.
And so, guess what? So I was like, Mom, you need to cancel your card. I was like, did you get a receipt? I'm like, we have to report it. Like, and she's like, no, I was in a hurry. I didn't get a receipt. And I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, okay, well, we got to call, cancel your card, tell them it's fraud. Like, just explain what happened. And they're like, okay, well, you can't cancel it until it goes through, but you could dispute it once it does go through. So she's like, okay. So then when she went back to the airport, thank God, she talked to the police and told them, and he said it happens all the time. And he knows the exact person it was. So then she reported it, and they were like, we can't arrest them unless it's in the act. So like they have to get it while it's happening. God. But they got one woman was able to like. Was
your mom by herself?
She was by herself.
Okay.
And so, like, I was like, did you go to the taxi stand? Like, I was like, wait, they will usually tell you about how much
that story seems so familiar. I'm like, did I give a ride to your mom?
One lady, they got him on kidnapping because he insisted that she go to the ATM and wouldn't let her out.
Oh, like, my God.
Yeah, so, I mean, also, like, you imagine, like, when you're, like, say you're not from this country, you don't speak English or something like that, you don't know.
Right.
Like, anyway. So they're like, okay, if we get him, you can have you ID him. They have it on tape. They filmed it all. So she's gonna come back and ID him.
Oh my God, that is crazy.
They said they'll impound the car for like $3,000, then they just go back and get it, and they do it over and over again. Yeah, because they make that.
Yeah. Wow. So is this just like people that are like waiting at the airport, like, hey, do you need a ride? I'll take you.
So what she thought that he was like being nice and being like, oh, come, I got you. You like, because I was like, well, did you? And I'm not that familiar with. She was on Delta, coming from Michigan. So I'm not that familiar with Terminal 5.
Yeah.
But like, because I'm like, I don't really. I know like the taxi stand at like Terminal like 1 and 2.
Yes.
But apparently, I think she just, like, walked out and he was like, oh, I got you, you know, like, before he went to the line. Because I was like, they all have to line up.
That's crazy. That's a little scary. That's a little scary. That's why
and then, like, it's like, because they're intimidating.
And of course.
They're like, no, you're not getting out. Or, it's like, and she was in a hurry. She was late. She ended up, like, she only got, like, 10 minutes of her massage.
Yeah, I remember like there was, I don't know if it was kind of like that story. It was like, I don't know if it was like from the airport to like somewhere right here in Rosemont, but they were charged like $90-something, and I was like, don't ever pay for that. Like, don't, like, what were you thinking?
I know, I'm like, what?
Yeah, and they were just like, well, it's because, you know, I thought it was this. I was like, no.
I thought it seemed high, like, but, I mean, like, maybe she,
I don't know.
She probably heard like 68, or, you know, like. Yeah, I was just like, oh my God, I felt so bad.
Yeah.
But yeah, what an asshole.
Well, happy birthday to your sister.
Yeah.
Man, that's great. But you guys ended up like figuring things out, or is this still in the process?
I haven't talked to her, but this was like 2 weekends ago.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Dude, I thought this was like a while ago.
No. 2 weeks ago. Not last weekend, but the weekend before.
Next time, just call me. I'll pick your mom up. Jesus Christ.
I was like,
Christ.
oh my God, that's insane.
I'll be like, that'll be $200, man. No. She's like, that's $60 less. I'm like, no, I'm just kidding. No.
Yeah, I felt so.
Oh my God. Yeah, that's like scary. Tell her not to do that ever again.
I know. I was like, oh my God.
Just tell her to get you an Uber. You know, you get her an Uber and go.
She's not good at her phone. So
yeah, but you know, give you a call and you order.
Oh, thank you.
Finished the Uber ride. Let's see how's this going. Fuck. It's recording. The cabeza, the head. All right, there we go. There we go. Let me out, please, cut. Bruh. Big ol' head. Kurt Angle had us. Bruh. Can I get a quick closer to him? No, look at this big ass head. Yo, he looking like one of them. Looking like one of them dolphins. Just kidding, I'm just kidding. Yo, you know those dolphins? I'm just fucking around, bruh. Goofies! Yo, goofies. Brett. She like picking her nose? Oh, now she wants to speed up. Oh my God. Bruh. That's, dude, I gotta clip that. I gotta clip that because that's like literally the fucking traffic out here in Chicago, bro. They be like slow as fuck. And then as soon as you start to pass them up, they speed up like, bro, what you doing, cut? Goofies. Alright, I gotta get to Morton Grove, so I'm gonna take... Well, I said you would wait for me, so they can wait. Yo, this guy don't know where he's going. He's like, yo, exit where, cut? Yeah, I mean the GPS is telling me to take like 294 north, but I'm gonna actually just take like Harlem, cause like then I get to cut through like Park Ridge and shit. Hopefully I find a ride. Hopefully like I find a ride to Morton Grove or closer, somewhere like that. It's happened before. I wanted to see if I could do like the live streaming and stuff, but I think I'm just gonna wait on that just because